Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. City tightly shut. Joshua chapter 6 verses 1 to 7. Now Jericho was tightly shut up because of the Israelites. No one went out and no one came in. Verse 1. Jericho was a field of absolute impossibility where the Israelites couldn't break down. However, they knew that God's absolute plan was within what seemed absolutely impossible. They also knew that they needed God's power. What was the method to bring down the walls of Jericho? First, it was the absolute evidence. When they held on to God's covenant, they were able to come out of Egypt and walk through the wilderness. With this evidence, they were to march around Jericho. God already said that he had given the city, its king, and its strong soldiers into Joshua's hands. Second, it was the absolute goal. Passing through Jericho and entering the land of Canaan was God's absolute goal. It was God's absolute plan to heal the land of Canaan that was full of idols and to heal the spiritual problems. Third, it was the absolute answer. God told him to march around Jericho for 6 days without saying a word. Holding on to God's absolute evidence, they were to march following the Ark of the Covenant. On the last day, when the trumpet sound was heard, everyone had to shout together. At that moment, the walls of Jericho fell completely. When you face something that feels hopeless, you should ask God about his absolute plan and covenant. Then you'll start to see God's absolute possibility and the works only God carries out. Dear God, help me discover your absolute plan and absolute possibility within what's absolutely impossible. I pray in the name of the living Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.